Hi guys, my name is Anna Pike and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about my college experience and my pre-PA journey. I don't really know of that many pre-PA or PA students that are on YouTube. I know there are a few and I do watch them, but I kind of just wanted to go through my experience and share my insight, and hopefully this might be helpful to somebody. And it'll kind of get you guys to know a little bit more about me and what I'm trying to accomplish. Those of you that are not familiar, PA stands for a physician assistant. It requires a master's degree, and you work alongside physicians, nurses. You're kind of like that second hand for the doctor. They do have a lot of autonomy, which is really great. It's a shorter program than going to med school because it is just your undergrad degree and then your graduate level degree, which is usually 24 to 36 months depending on the program. It's extremely competitive, so I spend a lot of time focusing on school, and it's definitely not something to take lightly. I'm currently in my last semester of undergrad. I am a senior at Michigan State University, and I am majoring in dietetics. Dietetics is the study of human nutrition, and most people that major in dietetics go off to be a dietitian. So when I started college, I was kind of all over the place in terms of what I wanted to do. I actually transferred the summer of my sophomore year to a different university. When I started off, I wanted to do something that was biology related. I loved marine biology. Even though it's a very interesting job, it's not necessarily the best paying or the most convenient job. And so I decided to change to pre-nursing. And I was pre-nursing for a semester in my freshman year of college. And I liked it, but I definitely slacked in my freshman year and I did not get good grades at all, which I'm actually going to make a separate video on my transition from a very low GPA to maintaining a 4.0 GPA. So I didn't take it that seriously. I didn't think I was going to get into nursing school. I knew I was going to be transferring, so my mind was not focused on studying or getting into nursing school, because nursing is also extremely difficult as well. And it's also very competitive. So I then came home in the summer and then I decided to transfer to Michigan State. And at Michigan State, I started off dietetics. I was very, very interested in nutrition. I competed in bodybuilding, so I loved the idea of being a dietitian, something that was straightforward. I wanted to work with collegiate or professional athletes and helping them with their diets. And during all of this time, even in undergrad, I had the idea of being a PA in the back of my head. I just never thought that I was smart enough to obtain that goal. I didn't think I was that smart, which was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've made in my undergrad, was underestimating my abilities. So I had that idea in the back of my head, and then I started to kind of take school a little more serious. I moved away from bodybuilding. I started focusing on my studies. I have a really good friend, which she's probably watching this right now, but she really motivated me to study and do well. And honestly, I would have not gotten through school without her. So I recommend meeting somebody and befriending somebody that has the same goals as you do. So I started to, take school more serious, and by this point, I was a junior in college, so this was last year. At that point, it was a little bit too late for me to change my major, so I'm just gonna stick it out. And then whatever prerequisite classes I didn't achieve in my undergrad degree, I was going to get them at a community college, which I have already started to do. As some of you may or may not know, you need a certain amount of patient care experience for most PA schools. And I knew that I was going to need to obtain a lot of patient care experience to offset my lower GPA. Granted, my GPA has increased phenomenally over the last 2 or 3 semesters, but it's still extremely competitive, and there are people that have done well throughout their entire college career. So I decided to take a phlebotomy class over the summer, and I also was going to start shadowing PAs. So I was able to shadow and obtain about 50 hours this past summer, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I shadowed in urgent care and I shadowed in PMR, which is physical medicine and rehabilitation. I loved shadowing in urgent care. I loved the hours, the autonomy. You're not working overnights, and you see a lot of the same things. You will see different stuff for sure. I just fell in love with it, and while I was doing that, I also started taking my classes at community college. There are certain prereqs that you need to meet, and it's pretty much all the sciences, and I can go through this more in another video if you guys are interested. but it's a lot of chemistry, biology, organic chemistry, statistics, and genetics. There's a bunch of different things, and different schools require different things. I was also doing a certificate in phlebotomy. I did that over the summer as well, and I liked phlebotomy, but I didn't love it, so I never ended up pursuing it. Definitely something that has taught me a lot, and it gets you really comfortable with blood and needles and things like that. So that was a really great experience that I think is going to benefit me in the long run. Once the summer was over, I started racking up some things that I needed to do for PA school. I also had to finish my dietetics degree. Now, dietetics, as I said before, is very specific. So a lot of people are applying for their dietetic internships, and since I'm taking a different route, I'm not doing my internship. So I didn't really have to worry about applying to internships this year. Other than that, I also, this past semester, volunteered in the emergency department, which I really enjoyed. I volunteered there on Friday nights. So every Friday night I was in the emergency room until 11 p.m. Sometimes I was like, oh, do I really have to go do this right now? I want to go out with my friends. I want to, just relax or watch Netflix, but I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to do that. Now it is currently winter break and I am in my last semester, coming up to my last semester in undergrad. And I only have a couple of credits that I need to finish at Michigan State. So I have moved back home for good, and I am going to be taking half of my credits at community college, which are prereqs that I need for PA school. And I will be commuting there back and forth. It's going to be a busy semester. I have 17 credits, and I'm also working at a yoga studio just for fun. Not obtaining my patient care hours right now because I am planning on taking 2 years off after I graduate in the spring. I'm really going to focus in on getting those patient care hours, and then I will be applying spring of 2021. I don't want to overexert myself, especially since I'm taking 17 credits and I'm really trying to maintain my 4.0 GPA. My plan for when I graduate is to take an accelerated EMT program over the summer and hopefully work as an EMT, finish out my last couple of prerequisite classes that I need for PA school, and also take the GRE. So I actually have a lot of things that I need to get done, but I think it's going to be very doable. If you guys would like me to go into greater detail about PA programs and what you need, I would love to talk about that. I am obviously not in PA school, so I don't know everything. I don't even know if I'm going to get into PA school. I will get into PA school. We are only speaking positive thoughts into the universe, but I do not know everything by any means. And I just kind of decided recently that this was what I wanted to do. So I can share my experience with you guys if you want to hear more about it. I would love to make videos like this. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And hopefully this was helpful to some of you, but I hope to see you all in my next video. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.